JCR Garage, and this time I actually have an apology to make. It was supposed to be that this video was supposed to have a lot of the Turbotank in it, being prepared for the show this year, but by the time we had to fix it, it ended up being done in the middle of the night before he, well, middle of the night the day before he left for the shows, which it wouldn't have gotten done if we had taped all of it. Which means there ended up with just a bunch of pictures, and this is going to be that video. What we did was, start off, we had to fix the rockers, because you know those were bashed up right by the jacking points, and well, it was kind of neat to be in one piece. So those got fixed, and at the same time we fixed, well, we tried to fix the hood, because you know it's the battery acid on the hood started reacting with the clear coat, so we ended up sanding the clear coat back down and ended up trying to make it rust again, just better than it did last time and without battery acid. On top of that, we had to fix the recirculation on the turbo, because he wanted the, sound turbos make when they spool backwards. So we ended up blocking that off in the most backyard hackery way you could possibly imagine. And after having done that, we wanted to do the thing we talked about with the exhaust. So we ended up putting a 3-inch hole in the hood and then shoved a 3-inch pipe down that hole. It is a really tight fit. You have to almost force it down to get it down there, and that runs onto a modified downpipe that now turns straight up. And from there we put a tractor flap on top of that 3-inch stack, so it's constantly going like this. And the nice thing about having that short of an exhaust and no catalytic converter or O2 sensor for that matter, because he completely forgot about that when he wanted to do that, so there is no O2 sensor in it. The wiring is there, but the sensor itself is left in the old downpipe. And that means that when the car gets warm, that exhaust is going to be really short and the car is going to get a lot of fuel, which means every time you let off the gas from a moderate pull, that thing shoots flames. That is hilariously fun. And it sounds like a tractor. It really does. We also put on the, on Volvos it's called add-on. It is the, skirts and lips and stuff all the way around the car. We've already put the front add-on on, which was last year we put that on. Now we have also gotten the side skirts on and the rear bumper lip. Those are fiberglass. We ended up just screwing them in with a few Tech screws, because, well, they kind of need to be a quick release, because we're going to have to redo one of the rockers, because we fixed the outer rocker and the stiffness things for the jacking points, but the rear inner rocker, where the jacking point itself is actually attached, was worse than we thought. So after jacking it up once, and then him driving it back home that night, he was supposed to jack it up to put his other wheels on. Yeah, it was dangling underneath there. Pretty much, it's attached with 4 spot welds to the inner rocker, and I'm thinking 3 of those broke. So it's just gonna have to be fixed later, and that skirt is going to come back off. So lucky we only did a quick release. There were a few other things. The rear door opener didn't work. That was the rod had jumped off inside the door. A couple of lights up front didn't work. Also, there was a difference in color on a few of the lights. Some of them had eBay light film on them, and those were a bit too thin. Didn't have the right color, so we ended up replacing all of them with the same kind, and ended up a lot better. So now that it's all dark yellow, it doesn't really light up that good, but it's not really bad either. I mean, the parking lights itself in the front of that car are almost as good as low beams on a bad lighting system. And on top of that, there came a few other cars. Also, I fixed my summer tires, which means I now have 205s at the back, which means the Granada looks a lot better. And I didn't really think I would like those rims that I ended up putting those wheels on, but the rears actually look kind of good. They have enough meat on the tires. But there was another car that came by, because a friend of mine, he bought himself a 1984 Chevrolet C10 long bed with a 4 on the floor 305, a gutless 305. It has a 4-barrel quadrijet on it, quadrijet that is way too big for the engine, so it keeps flooding. Even if you give it you take the idle adjustments and you almost tighten them to till they stuck in the bottom, they still flood the engine, and it spits fire and smokes black every time you give it gas. So that is stuck there right now, and also it jumped the fan belts straight off of it. So it's stuck in my house right now, and I'm thinking that is gonna be what I post in amends for this video being like this, me talking and showing you pictures. But that is how this is gonna have to end up, because if we had filmed the whole work on the Volvo, it wouldn't have gotten done for the shows, and quite frankly, getting it done so it could go to the show was a bit more important than getting the video of it. I know, that's not how I should roll, but well, it's not my car, it's not really my decision. And considering that I am half the workforce in that car, it's... yeah. I couldn't really do much about it. But that will be it for now. If you keep watching on this channel, you will see a black 1984 long bed C10 show very soon. And I will get into that in that video. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Actually, this video you could probably even dislike, because it's just an apology. But you did get to see cool Volvo pictures, and, well, I know, that's a rare thing to see a cool Volvo. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.